Ulrike Meinhof claimed shortly before she died that the corpse was responsible for thousands of illegal radiation experiments. She is quoted as saying, "An egg was shot into the world, and it shot back."
Welcome back to Twilight Princess. No Travis or Yoshi this time, so today I am joined by Moonwalk Invincible.
What's up, everybody?
And NJ Sakura.
Hey there.
So in the last part, we washed up on right in front of the place where this light spirit is held. And now we're doing this all over again.
Yep, the last hunting bugs, thankfully.
And we have to be told what the Vessel of Light is again.
Just like when you get money.
I just hate that in Zelda games where they constantly repeat what an item does.
They changed it up ever so slightly. They remind you that it's the final time. But everything else is the same.
I think it's designed for you to, like, quit playing for long periods of time, I guess. But yeah, it is annoying. Random Zora in the middle of the pond as well.
I also loved how it showed you that bug and you just went in the complete opposite direction. I don't need that damn bug.
Well, this is probably the best time to get this one.
Yeah, I'm right here.
It really feels like this is the part of the game where the real Zelda game begins now that you've very nearly unlocked Lake Hylia and the town.
Yeah, just about.
They're the two big Zelda locations. It's Castle Town, Lake Hylia, and Kakariko Village. Those are the constants.
Yep, and the field, but then again, that's mostly just transitionary anyway.
It's a big open space with nothing in it.
And then we get to Skyward Sword. We have a big open space and almost too much in it.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
They do a lot in just the 3-4 locations. You get kind of sick of seeing the same places.
Right. I'm actually a bad Zelda fan. I haven't finished or even hardly played Majora's Mask either.
Oh.
I've never finished Majora.
Get out. Get out now.
Oh, you've fallen into their trap. They're going to send the same 3 guys at you that you've been killing before.
You said you don't like Majora's Mask. These are the fans. We are rabid.
Oh, no, it's not that I don't like it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
No, that's fine.
I have the GameCube version, but I can't get into it.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's infamously buggy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no change in fighting tactics, if you're curious.
No.
Yep. There's nothing to talk about here. It's just the same stuff.
Those guys just get easier as the game goes on, really.
Yeah.
They do. It's like they almost try to make it harder by making the barriers more maze-like. But it's just not.
It did trip me up one time when I was playing, and it was kind of a like dog leg, like lamb chop thing, and one of the guys was off completely behind a barrier.
Man, the clown man wants to go into town to promote his place. He'll just scare people. What is he thinking?
Why is he tired too?
He's old. And a clown. I don't know.
Clowning's a tough profession.
It's that tube top is restricting his circulation.
Must be. One funny thing about that bug that was behind him, in my playtest, I killed the bug, but it fell into the water, so I had to wait for like 5 minutes for the tier of light to come back up.
Yeah, I think that still happens later in this one, doesn't it?
It might. Back in the Zora's Domain.
Yeah.
Were those bugs behind the shop actually on the roof of the shop? Because that's what it kind of looked like.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
'Cause I didn't actually see them until they got within the field.
I don't know. I remember when I first played the game, it actually flew out so far over the water that I couldn't really get it.
Speed howling.
Yeah, and of course you have to howl at the grass. You can't just do it anywhere.
It's a really picky bird.
Yeah. Its sound always reminded me of, like, a middle school French horn player.
Doesn't quite have the hang of it.
Yeah, they can make the noise, it's just not good.
There's no tune to it. It's just... It's like when you pick up a trumpet for the first time and just start blowing into it.
I discovered while I was out in Boston, the mouthpiece of any type of horn sounds funny when you blow into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tubas especially.
Yeah, I already knew that though, but trumpets even.
Yeah. For some reason I was horrible at these segments as a child. I had to rerun this like 3 times at least to get all the bugs.
This bit isn't very easy now. Luckily, they give you a lot of leeway for this. If you get way ahead of the bugs, they'll catch up to you pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to catch up to them. It's actually hitting them that's hard.
I always like these sections. I just think bird flying in any kind of game is fun.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that makes this version of Lake Hylia probably my favourite in any Zelda game.
I do really like this Lake Hylia.
Bloom is a bit much.
Yeah, but that's true for most of this game.
Yeah, well, it's really noticeable in the lake.
Heck, they pretty much hammer you with Bloom in the opening cutscene of the game, so it's expected.
Yeah. There's just one more, or that was it.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
I don't know, even the one where you don't have to collect the bugs, I failed when I first played the game. I honestly have no idea how. I think I just ran into walls or something.
It's pretty easy to do that first time. I think it's just getting used to flying something with a pointer control.
Well, I had the GameCube version, I didn't even have to deal
Oh.
with that.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, then you have no excuse.
Yeah, I know. And we even had lock-on bow and arrows and everything.
You can't even blame anything on motion controls.
She's scared before she sees the bug.
Is that a relative of the lamp guy, I'm assuming, from the Afro?
Yeah, that's his sister. They have another sister who runs the fishing pond.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. She's the girl who runs the fishing pond, Hannah, she's the only one who doesn't have an afro.
Huh.
I forget this gal's name, though.
I figured they'd just be named like Lake Shop Person and whatnot. But I guess there's more detail than I thought.
I'll call her Lampy.
By the way, while you're trying to do something, here's a couple Zora for you to look at.
They're dead, though, so you can't tell. Instinct tells me this is the, I think, Serenade of Water.
It's not the Serenade of Water,
desert.
it's the Nocturne of Shadow, I believe.
No,
that's-
it's the desert temple from Ocarina of Time. Spirit. I don't remember what the song was called.
I know what it's called.
Oh, Requiem of Spirit, that was it, yeah.
That's it.
There
Yeah,
it
now
is.
you say it, I recognise the tune.
All that I knew is it's one of the temple songs. I just couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, it's really hard to identify with the wolf distortion.
Yeah.
Like, everything is like half a pitch off.
Wasn't much of a harmony.
No. At least this time he goes to a really easy location to find.
I remember this one. I don't think I ever bothered hunting down any of the wolves.
Oh, I think this guy gave like my favorite move upgrade in the game, if I'm remembering right.
That's the fun thing about this LP. It's pretty much teaching me, showing me what all these moves are, because I never bothered getting anything past the shield bash.
Yeah.
One of them is very cool, and like I said, I think it's that one. I'll let the next video show it, I guess, if that's what you get to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get it in the next part.
I'm not sure if I like the design of the Ruto in this game or not. The Ruto? Zora, Jesus.
Zora, yeah. What was Ruto, the name of one of them in Ocarina?
Yeah, the Princess Ruto.
Ah, yeah.
Can't get on. There we go.
Yeah. Smooth landing.
Oh, yeah.
Not so smooth that time.
Oh, yeah, and this is the one where I guess he falls to the bottom of the lake before he...
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the lake, and I have to sit here waiting. There it is. Now I spend the next minute just trying to find the next one. Well, that was... I never noticed that Link shook the water off.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either, actually.
And he jumps back in the water again, so it doesn't matter.
It's one of those cool touches like the sword flourish. They're just completely unnecessary, but nice.
Yeah.
Or Midna's little squeal when you start dashing.
I still like how he kind of kicks her off his back.
Yeah. I guess Min is carrying your wallet, or else you just put the money somewhere.
I think that's the implication for all the items in this game.
She's just carrying them in a shadow. Something like that.
You know, Midna, I think we're at the point where you can just go to the location, help us jump there.
Yeah, a long pseudo-platforming sequence for this whole segment, really.
For those who missed it.
There's not even any like little interesting timing things like there were when going up the mountain.
Yeah. It's mostly just identify wall, send Midna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, think I'm going in the wrong direction. Yeah.
You found money, at least.
All that way for 20 rupees.
And so this game doesn't give you more than enough money.
Is money ever really used for anything further from this point?
Yes.
Okay.
There's one thing that I think they actually expected you to waste a lot of money on that I don't think most people used very much, given that a lot of people complained about how often chests would be nothing but cash.
If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I will be getting that. Probably won't be using it actively.
Yeah, I think I only used it on the very last floor of the challenge dungeon or something.
That's a thought. Oh, that bug I killed last time, its tier stays, so you don't have to kill it again.
It's surprising that they would do that, actually.
Yeah. I'm glad they did that. It'd be bullshit if they didn't.
It's a kind piece of programming to make it not forget.
Yeah.
And I love that waterfall dive. It's like the big dive in the original Zora's Domain. It's just one of those things you go up there and do just because it's fun.
Really, I mean, for a Wii and GameCube game, the water in general in this game looks fantastic.
Well, the GameCube was always great with water anyway. I mean, anyone who played Wave Race knew that.
What happened there was me deciding, like, seeing Midna, let's warp to the next one, thinking, oh yeah, I don't have the warp to Hyrule Castle, you dick.
Yeah. Did she just randomly prompt you saying, hey, we need to warp, and it being useless?
Well, I remembered, so I pressed up, but it
Okay.
went to Midna talking about it, but then she suggested it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, even though the game put those two Zora there, like, specifically to tell you this is how to get to the castle.
I'm struggling really hard to get onto this side of it.
And I hear monster bird music, but I don't see them at all.
Yeah. I got up out of the stream on the wrong side.
The music won't stop.
It'll never stop. There we go.
You've fallen into their trap again.
Whoopee.
Yeah, really, at this point they should just stop because they're giving you free portals.
Lay down a bear trap next time.
It's like they haven't even realised their mistake and started sending more guys. It's just still the same 3 guys.
I'm not sure. I think they've had 4 once. Also, that guy basically got decapitated.
Maybe. I think they made a big deal out of the fight with 4, too. Like as though it was, you know, a mid-boss or something.
Just one bug in Hyrule Town, and it's over in Telma's bar.
Yeah, they only had 1 bug here, but it could have been a pretty interesting place to actually, you know, make you go find them. But instead it's like, backtrack all this way, you'll get 1 tier.
Oh my god, I just realized, you guys saw in the last part that one of the guys wandered through the tent.
Yeah.
I think that was the same guy, so now he's standing in front, trying to look in and see what's inside.
Oh, I do like the touch where they left the scent trail, even though you've completely finished that by now. It's a
Yeah.
nice thing.
And that's the last one. No, it isn't. I still have a space.
No, 1 more.
Yep.
You bitch!
Dick move game.
That was not there.
No.
No, it wasn't.
At least they do make sure you have that warp point before you have to go back to it.
Yeah, that's something.
Well, they still make you swim a mile.
Because I'm kind of a jackass.
That's a big ass bug.
Yeah. It's the very last bug, so of course it has to be the boss of all bugs. Like how he still bucks mid-no while he's swimming.
Clever swimming.
Knock her into the water.
Is there a shipwreck in the middle of the lake here? What is this from?
Where did this come from? Maybe that's why Fear's tired. He had to escape his house, getting taken out by the waterfall.
Impressive entrance since it's invisible. Ugh.
Music built to it for a really long time as well, and it's really not that impressive.
I'm going to wiggle at you slowly.
I'm gonna bite you in the junk.
That's pretty much how Wolf Link kills anything.
Yeah, it is.
Hope you're not standing on the platform, because I'm gonna fly through the water now.
Okay, it didn't even touch me.
That has got to be the laziest attack pattern ever, just slowly float towards you and then stop.
Why didn't it work? So no more of this shit. But I get wise.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And more junk biting.
At least you get to kill it off in a fun way.
I wonder what happens if you don't realize by this point in the game that you're supposed to use the area attack. Does it start over? Does it game over you because you obviously should have figured it out by now?
I'm pretty sure he returns to his normal attack pattern, because I didn't figure that out until at least the 3rd time I knocked him down like that.
Oh. Well, at least it doesn't, you know, start over the fight or anything.
Had to swim to land for that.
get to see a new mysterious spirit animal.
This one's slightly more impressive than the last two.
Impressive and also somehow more normal.
Yeah.
It's at least recognizable as an animal.
Not a raccoon squirrel with a man face.
Oh, it's still a hybrid.
Or Owl Falcon Man.
Mostly just a big sea serpent.
Yep. With the head of a crocodile.
Yeah.
Fuck. So much for being recognizable, and I don't know what it is.
It took me a while to see the crocodile head.
I actually didn't notice that until you mentioned it. Figured it was just all snake.
It's still possible. Like, the teeth at the front look more crocodile to me.
Yeah.
And now things take a weather from nurse.
Talk about the moon, floating in the sky, looking like a lily on a lake. Talk about the bird, learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talky, talky happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how are you gonna have a dream come true?
What?
I just think this was just an excuse to get Dark Link into the game.
Powerful sneeze.
Hey, Fever, destroy him!
This is a shot that launched 1,000 fangirls.
Screw this, I'm out of here.
Is he wearing shades?
And the protagonist speaks.
They're out of Pepsi! Ah!
Like, oh no, you've been doing the evil's work all along.
Beware the arbitrary collection pieces. Hey there, baby. Looks like you're falling for me. No.
Oh dear God. It's raining love interests.
Oh god, I'll never make puns again. What's happening?
Too many!
That was a good party.
Man, snakes have some strong shit.
And for the next week, Link had withdrawal constantly.